everyone, welcome back to Steins Gate. I know it's been a little bit since I last played this, and I'm sorry about the missed episodes online. Unfortunately, I had a lot of con work to do. Yeah, so in the last episode, we saw Suzuha, and now we want to try to catch her because she ran away. I know I don't have much of a chance to catch her on foot, but I have to try. There's something going on here. This is a completely new sequence of events. According to my memories of the future, Suzuha is supposed to remain at the Brontude workshop until 6:30 this evening. But when she overheard me talking to Kurisu, she suddenly took off like a bat out of hell. This has to mean something. Suzuha's already out of sight, but when she left, she was headed for Chodori. I wonder if her phone's on. Maybe I should try calling her. Come to think of this reminds me of something. On the day she failed to meet her father, she disappeared without saying a word, just an email saying, bye. I searched the town, but I couldn't find her, so I sent a D-mail that changed the past in order to make her stay. I'm pretty sure I lost her near the station back then. What happened on that timeline? Where did Suzuha go after failing to find her father? I search up and down Chuodori, but find no trace of Suzuha or her bike. I have to be careful. There could already be rounders here in Akiba. I comb the area around the station's main exit, but there's no sign of her anywhere. I lost sight of her here before, so I thought she might be close by. Maybe I should corner her on my next time leap, pressing her for answers before she can escape. I better get back to the lab. I start walking away from the station. Oops. But just then, people around me gasp and point. Everyone's looking up at the sky. No, not the sky. The satellite embedded in the roof of Raidikan. Why now? It's been there for 2 weeks. It's practically a landmark, but everyone looks like they're seeing it for the first time. So I turn and look up too. What? The lights on the satellite are blinking. Is someone inside? Who? Suzuha? Or could it be Moika? The satellite has remained silent through all of my previous time leaps. What has changed? Obviously the fact that Suzuha overheard my conversation with Kurisu. Previously I lost sight of her at the station, in other words, right next to the Raidikan. Suzuha must be up there. Everyone's staring at the satellite, but this is my chance to sneak in without being noticed. The shutters are half open, just as they were when I confronted Moika. I summon my courage and crawl through the crack. When I get inside, the first thing I see is Suzuha's bike lying on the floor. So it is her. What is she trying to do? What is that satellite? How is it related to John TITOR? Is this even a satellite? Nobody knows for sure. I checked online. No satellites fell out of orbit that day. When they do, whether by accident or design, they usually burn up in the atmosphere. It's impossible for one to land in such perfect condition. So what is it then? A jolt suddenly runs through my body. Could it be a time machine? There's only one way to know for sure. I need to get up there before Suzuha does something. The elevator and escalators aren't operating, so I bound up the stairs 2 at a time. My lungs gasp and my legs burn, but I force my body to carry me to the top. There's a satellite lodged in Raidikan's roof. I notice wires hanging in place. The police must have done that so it wouldn't fall. There's a hatch open on the side of the machine. I see someone moving inside. Suzuha! Suzuha! The person freezes when I shout. I run to the satellite. Okabe. Rintaro. Suzuha turns to me with a sad expression. Behind her, I can see the interior of the satellite. It's surprisingly simple, without the switches and buttons you'd expect. Instead, there's just a black box the size of a desktop PC. There's numbers on the screen. 2010, 8, 13, and below that, 1975, 8, 13. Suzuha reaches out to press the button. Ow! Sparks burst from the panel. She jerks back, her fingertips burn. What are you doing? It's not working. Her eyes look really weird in this picture. You know how to use that thing? She doesn't reply. I see her shoulder sag. It's not working. Those sparks had to be from the electrical short. My eyes are burning from the smoke. Answer me, Amane Suzuha. I swallow hard, then ask the question. This is a time machine, isn't it? Are you a time traveler? With her head hung low, Suzuha nods. I'm John TITOR. There's still a big crowd outside, so we exit the building on the side facing away from the station. Suzuha has calmed down a bit, so I start pressing her for answers. What do you mean, you're John TITOR? Exactly what it sounds like. I'm the John TITOR who's been posting on @channel. I thought he was a guy. Suzuha smiles humorlessly. I fooled you? Guess my camouflage worked then. Who are you hiding from? Serin. Those stories you posted, were they true? Mostly. A few exceptions. It's those exceptions that bother me. So you came from 2036, and that satellite, that's your time machine? I was hoping you wouldn't find out, but my time machine went and broke on me. I really screwed up, huh? I thought TITOR's time machine was loaded on a Chevy. Chevy? That's a car, right? Where'd you hear that? The TITOR in 2000 said so. 2000? That might be me on a different world line. At least I haven't been to 2000. I came straight here from 2036. So it was someone else? It's true that TITOR never posted in 2000, not on the current world line. It doesn't matter. I can worry about that later. What do you know? I press Suzuha for answers, trapping her between me and a wall so she can't escape. You overheard my conversation with Kurisu, right? Why did you run to the time machine? Where were you? What were you trying to do? I thought it was my fault. What? Because I neglected my mission, Serin was able to put their plan into motion. Is it true? Suzuha suddenly grasps my shoulders. Is it true that Serin kills Shina Mayori? It's true. I time leap from 5 hours in the future. Time leaped? So you guys completed your time machine. I need answers. What do you mean it's your fault? Suzuha bites her lips and looks away. I'll tell you everything. I think you need to know. You and Makise Kurisu. Kurisu? Why Kurisu? I guess I'll find out if I let Suzuha talk. We should head back to the lab. But first, I offer Suzuha my handkerchief. She looks at me for a second and then takes it and ties it around her burned hand. Thank you. Thanks. Ooh, we found TITOR. She should probably see a doctor about her hand, but there's no time for that. Mayori's death is approaching. I just hope she's not in too much pain. I wrap the towel around her hand to keep people around us from staring. Welcome back, Okarin. Oh, Suzu-san's with you too? When we get to the lab, Mayori and Daru are there for some reason. I thought I sent them home. Mayori gives me a ditzy answer when I ask them. I really thought we should celebrate the birth of the Super Phone Wave-chan. So Daru and I went shopping. I should have known she wouldn't stay away. Kurisu looks as worried as I am. She leans close and whispers to my ear. What do we do? Make absolutely sure Mayori doesn't find out. Kurisu nods slightly. What are you guys whispering about? How many times do I have to say it? No party. Come on, Okarin. That's no fun. It's not about fun. I glance at Suzuha. She still looks depressed. Suzu-san, are you feeling okay? Suzuha, Christina, and I have important matters to discuss. That's why I asked you to leave for the day. Mayushi wants to hear too. I think he's serious. But Suzuha looks sad and Mayushi's worried. Sorry. Suzuha hangs her head and bites her lip. I know she feels responsible for Mayuri's death. But how is she related? That's what I'm here to find out. I want Shina Mayuri and Hashira Itaru to stay. This concerns them too. If Suzuha says so, then I have no objections. But I quietly pull her aside and remind her not to tell them about Mayuri's impending death. Then I quickly explain Suzuha's true identity, that she posted on @channel as John TITOR, and that the satellite is really a time machine, that she came from the year 2036. A girl from the future? That's awesome. Can I shake your hand? We're not playing around here, Daru. What year were you born? Oops, wrong button. 2017. Oh, so she'd be a year old. That's in 7 years. You haven't been born yet, but you're here? Aww. There's no time to deal with Mayuri's confusion. Alright, Suzuha, let's hear it. Well, the gist is what I posted on the @channel. I came from the future, the year 2036. In my time, the world is a dystopia ruled by Satan. There's no war, no conflict, but no freedom either. Dystopia. A society where activity is controlled by the government. In dystopia, you're not allowed to eat bananas unless it's banana eating day. If you break that rule, they'll throw you in jail without trial. That's terrible. Mayushi loves bananas. Forget about the bananas. I mean, that's one way to explain it. I'm part of a resistance fighting to free humanity from Satan's control. I came to the past to change my present. From your point of view, I guess I should say the future, to change the future. She doesn't sound like she's joking. What about finding your father? Was that a lie? Suzuha doesn't answer. Does that mean it was a lie? Serin is a research institution. They don't have political power. I explained that to John TITOR several times online. Wait, don't tell me. You're Kuri Gohan or Kamehameha? Whatever. Kurisu turns red and looks away. TITOR came forward, so it's only fair that I do too. In that case, I'll complain too. I was posting under my true name, Hoin Kyo. I know. You harmonized! Suzuha frowns. She must not like having anything in common with Kurisu. She clears her throat and continues. Serin is still a research institution in 2036. The world is actually ruled by Satan's secret backers, the Committee of 300. The Committee of 300? They're real? That name was in Satan's top secret documents. When Serin successfully completed their time machine, they became the sole entity with power over the fourth dimension, time. In just 2 years, they remade the world to serve their purpose. Just 2 years. But that's only an objective time. I bet Serin's time travelers spent many decades leaping back and forth across history, building the foundation of Serin's rule. That brings us to you, Makise Kurisu. Suzuha glares at Kurisu. In 2036, You hypothesized as the mother. You're hypothesized as the mother of Time Machine. Hypothesized. In Japanese, please. Hypothesized as in revered, respected. She keeps using unusual vocabulary. Or maybe that's normal vocabulary in 2036? Respected, huh? I am? In 2010, you pioneered time leap technology. Afterwards, you contribute to the development of Seren's time machine. That's what I know about Makise Kurisu. Is that why she treats Kurisu like the enemy? Then I must be the father of the time machine, right? Okabe Rintaro is a terrorist in 2036. You're pretty infamous. What? Seriously? I'm a terrorist in the future? I helped Seren build their time machine? I don't believe it. Seren experiments on people against their will. They're a disgrace to scientists everywhere. I would never collaborate with them. But that's how it is in the future. How did the future me explain herself? We've never met. By 2036, you're already dead. Sorry. Well, that's just great. I don't even make it to 50? In my time, there are two kinds of people. Those who live extremely long lives and those who die young under suspicious circumstances. People who act against Seren are erased. They erased me? Suzuha looks into Kurisu's eyes. For once, she's not glaring at Kurisu. Maybe you were being used by Seren too. Maybe they took your parents hostage and forced you to work on their time machine. No, does that mean Mama's in danger? Kurisu's mother's in America. It's not terribly difficult to imagine Seren kidnapping her while Kurisu's away. After all, I watched Moika kill Mayuri in cold blood. Rounders. What's that? Seren's private army, or something like that. Suzuha nods. On paper, they're an independent technology research firm. In reality, they do the dirty work for Seren all over the world. According to Moika, they have two chief duties. First, to acquire the IBM 5100s, the only computers that can access Seren's secret database. Second, to find promising scientists in the field of time travel and force them to cooperate with Seren, or eliminate them if they will not. So they already exist. I thought they might. In my time, they're our #1 enemy. Dirty work? Does that mean like kidnappings and assassinations? Suzuha looks at me with a question in her eyes. I shake my head. In my time, yes, but I don't think they've reached that level in this time yet. Daru is visibly relieved. Amane-san, you said that most of what you posted as John TITOR was true, right? Right. Does that mean you know how the universe works? You claimed that the Everett-Wheeler model, the many worlds interpretation, is correct. That was a lie, camouflage so that Seren wouldn't target me. If I mix one lie into the truth, then the bad apple spoils the barrel. So you don't know? I do. By 2036, scientists have successfully modeled the structure of the universe, and it's not the many worlds interpretation. Really? Tell me. Attractor fields. Right. I told you by mail, didn't I? What sort of model is that? The universe is made up of world lines and attractor fields. Suzuha walks over to Mayuri's sewing table and picks up a ball of red yarn. She holds one end of the yarn and drops the ball onto the floor, and then holds about a meter of yarn in front of her face. The universe is like this piece of yarn. Countless possible world lines exist side by side, branching out to infinity. From a distance, it looks like a single string, but when you look closer, the string is actually made up of individual threads woven together. At the end, those threads converge on a single point. The paths are different, but the destination is the same. Isn't that determinism? Close. Smells a little looser. You could say that it cherry picks from the many worlds interpretation and the Copenhagen interpretation. If the branches all lead to the same place, does that mean there's only one world in the end? Exactly. The bundle of world lines that share a point of convergence is called an attractor field. There's also many attractor fields. This string is attractor field alpha. The threads are alpha world lines. Suzuha then cuts a length of blue, yellow, and white yarn. Blue is beta, yellow is gamma, and white is delta. Each is made of countless beta world lines, gamma world lines, or delta world lines. She twists the different color strings together and then stretches them out as one fat multicolored string. Attractor fields are superpositioned like this. In each attractor field, the world lines converge on a different result. They don't interact. Each attractor field is independent of each other, of the other. Of course, they all diverge from a common point somewhere in the past, and they will all converge again at some point in the future, but that takes many hundreds of years. You can think of a tractor field as a very long world lines. Can you compare it to an eroge? Teach me, oh erotic one. There's no erotic one here. No, he's right. It's like an eroge. Each heroine's root is an attractor field, and the small choices within are individual world lines. But at the end, they all enter the true root for the grand ending. The only difference is the length of common parts. By the way, I choose the little sister's attractor field. Whatever. You guys are hopeless. Better do something quick. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Just ignore them. Let me get this straight. The reason I can't save Mayuri is that her death in this event is upon which an attractor field converges. But that means this world really is killing Mayuri. But then isn't it possible to change the future? Then isn't it impossible to change the future? It always converges in the end, right? No matter what you do, the result is the same. That's right. That's why Mayuri dies no matter how many times I leap. We have to escape the attractor field alpha. Escape. In other words, we're going to jump to a world line in attractor field beta. Although attractor fields I thought attractor fields couldn't interact. Attractor fields are normally separate, but if we go to an instant they diverge, the instant they diverge, is that now? I was taught that a major divergence occurs in 2010. This year, an earth-shattering event causes a divergence at the attractor field level. The last time such a divergence occurred was in the year 2000, and before that, 91. What happened those years? Events that changed the face of the world. Huh? 91 was the collapse of the Soviet Union, right? But what happened in 2000? 2001, the 9/11 attacks. The year 2000 problem. Y2K? But that was just the hype. Nothing happened. That's because the alpha world line we're on represents a world where Y2K didn't occur. So in other words, there are world lines where it did occur. And that brings us to 2010. Did something big happen this year? What else could it be? Suzuha looks towards the development room. But the creation of humanity's first time machine? Oh yeah! Wow! One more question. Kurisu keeps plowing ahead. I guess that's what makes her a scientist. These world lines aren't parallel worlds, are they? No? Ultimately, they're just possibilities that exist simultaneously. Then how do you observe the difference between world lines? Wouldn't you need a god's eye view to do that? Normally, however, Suzuha looks at me. Don't tell me. Reading Steiner? Is that what you call it, Okabe Rintaro? You have the power to observe changes across world lines. Correct? Oh. Yeah. That's the key. Your power is the key to freeing the world from Saturn's rule. You have the power of a god. My power? If you escape attractor field alpha and reach a beta world line, then the result will change. I feel a shiver of excitement. So there's hope. I can save Mayuri? Suzuha nods firmly. Then I must do it. I have no choice. Wait a second. Kurisu, however, is not so enthusiastic. How do we know this is all true? What if Amane-san is just making stuff up? What? I'm not making stuff up. Calm down, I'm not trying to pick a fight. But I still have a question. 1. How do we know about Okabe's power? 2. How did you know Okabe and I were in Akihabara in 2010? Don't you know a little too much for someone born in 2017? She has a point. Everyone looks to Suzuha. It was written in my dad's will. His will. What do you mean? His will was what made me decide to time travel. My dad was one of the founding members of the Resistance. He hid from Saturn and researched time travel on his own. He wanted to change the future. But Saturn killed him. That's why I'm here, to fulfill his dream. I'm sorry. Suzuha doesn't look at Kurisu. She still seems to have a grudge against her. Kurisu, who would never actively cooperate with Saturn, I know that, but I still can't say it in front of Suzuha. For some reason, Suzuha really does see Kurisu as responsible for the problems of the future. If that's the case, why doesn't Suzuha just kill Kurisu? Wouldn't that change the future too? Maybe she can't. World line convergence. No matter how hard I struggle, Mayuri dies. Similarly, it may be impossible for Suzuha to kill Kurisu, no matter how much she may want to. Suzuha clears her throat as if to change the subject. Akihabara, 2010. The time machine created here accelerates Saturn's own time machine research. We have to stop that from happening in order to guide history in a new direction. Stop it? How? Saturn already knows about us. That's clear from Moika's attack. Dad believed that the ultimate cause was the very first email you sent with your time machine. An email? It wasn't because they caught us hacking? Like I said, nobody can catch my hacking. Which email are you talking about? I know. Wasn't it the email Okarin sent that said Chris-chan died? Right, the email I sent Daru right after the Dr. Nakabachi's conference. Oh, that. Back then, I hadn't yet realized that the phone wave, named Subject to Change, was a time machine. Saturn probably intercepted that email and realized what it meant. They were already on us. They were already on to us back then? Come to think of it, the first time I met Moika was the day after I sent that email. We really jumped in the deep end, huh? Mayushi's good at the breaststroke. Alright, then do a sexy underwater pose. But how did they intercept our email? Hundreds of millions of emails are sent around the world each day. Saturn uses Echelon network to collect communications pertaining to time travel research worldwide. Echelon? It really exists? As an expert on conspiracies, I understand the implications, and they terrify me. No one else seems to get what Suzuha's saying, though. Echelon sees everything. Any transmissions that are even hinted at time travel is filtered and sent to Saturn. For example, an email that appears to have come from the future. We need to find the record of that email in Saturn's database and delete it. If you do that, then Saturn will never know you exist. Their time machine won't be completed in 2034. If we're lucky, the program may be shut down entirely. In other words, deleting the data will take us back to the attractor field where Saturn doesn't build a time machine. There wasn't any data like that when we hacked Saturn's database. The IBN 5100. Oh. Of course, Saturn's IBN 5100 database. That's probably where they store data from Echelon. So that's what it is. Damn! Damn it, Daru. Why didn't we use the 50... Oops. We never had one? What are you talking about? I got one, remember? Right, that was on a different world line. In this world line, I never found an IBN 5100. My mission is to make sure you acquire an IBN 5100. You have one? Suzuha shakes her head. I'm going to 1975 to obtain one. 1975? The year that IBN 5100 went on the market. I know because John TITOR in 2000 said that was his mission. Was that John TITOR Suzuha too? Anyways, if Suzuha can get us an IBN 5100, then we can leave this attractor field and jump to the Beta World Line where Saturn never finds us and their time machine is never completed. Mayuri won't have to die. Alright, we have to move fast. How soon can you leave, Suzuha? I was trying to leave when you caught me, but... Suzuha bows her head apologetically. I look at her burnt hand. She's hiding it from Mayuri and Daru, but I can see the blood staining my handkerchief. It hurts just to look at. Maybe we should get her to a doctor. Right, your time machine's broken. Can you fix it? No, I just write it. My dad's the one who built it. I've memorized the manual, so I know how it works, but that doesn't mean she knows how to repair it. And there's no guarantee that a time machine from 2036 can be repaired with today's technology. Maybe we can use the time leap machine to go back to before Amane-san's time machine broke. Wait, you're going to use the time leap machine? Wasn't the plan not to experiment? I still haven't told Daru about my time leaping. There's no time to explain. We'll use it if the situation demands. Do you know when it broke, Suzuha? No, but it was probably the rain a few days ago. It's supposed to be airtight, but the inside was all wet when I checked it today. Maybe it made a hole when you crashed in Raidikon. That wasn't a crash, the coordinates were slightly off, so it just appeared there. It's not exactly the most stable machine. Anyone remember when it rained? The morning of the 10th, just before dawn. The time leap machine can only cover 48 hours in a single leap, and the time leap machine was created today, the 13th at 2 p.m. That means we can't go back further than 2 p.m. on the 11th. Damn. We can't get back there with the time leap machine. I thought we had a glimmer of hope. I think we should try to fix it. Yeah, it's a time machine, so we have plenty of time, right? Kurisu and Suzuha and I say nothing. We know. In less than 2 hours, Mayuri will die. It's already 5:30. There's barely enough time to sneak into Raidikan, let alone fix Suzuha's time machine. Maybe I should leap now to 2 p.m. on the 11th. Then we'll have 2 full days to fix the time machine. You're all hungry, aren't you? You should be. What's this all of a sudden? Mayushi's hungry! As expected from a glutton. I take 10,000 yen bill out of my wallet. Mayuri, Daru, I leave the shopping to you. We can come up with a plan while we eat. Wow, Okarin! What are we going to do with all this money? Buy food, lots of food. Use it all. You just calmly hand over 10,000 yen bill. Wow, Okarin. You make it look easy. That's why we love you. That's why we admire you. Mayuri and Daru leave in high spirits. I knew the 10,000 yen bill would work. Christina. TITOR. TITOR, is that me? Who else? Why are you calling me that now? Because you're the one behind TITOR's mask. Well, yeah, but... Just give up, Okabe. Rarely calls anyone by their name. Oh yeah, he always calls me part-time warrior for some reason. Listen, you two. I'm going to leap to 2 p.m. on the 11th. After TITOR explains herself again, we'll start repairs on the time machine. Our goal is to have it working by this time today. Is that the best plan? It's better than trying to fix it when we only have 2 hours left. If it doesn't work, I'll just keep repeating the same 2 days. I'm sorry. TITOR, we're counting on you to give us the IBN 5100. Never forget, I'm not doing this for you. I'm not doing it for the future. My mission is to save Mayuri. Call me self-righteous if you want, however. I am doing this my way. Kurisu and Suzuha give me an encouraging nod in agreement. Good. Then let's begin. You're not going to name the operation? Who cares about that? This isn't a game. Mayuri's life hangs in the balance. You can find a good Norse mythology themed name. Why Norse mythology? I don't think there's a deep meaning behind it. Chunibyo patients just love the dramatic names for some reason. Now that you mention it, most of our operation names in the Resistance have dramatic names too. Whenever I ask, they say it's tradition. So there's still Chunibyo in 2036. Cut the chatter. Mayuri's life hangs in the balance. There's no time for this nonsense. And on that note, I'm going to leave this episode here. This was a longer episode, but maybe that'll make up for the lack of episode the other day. It was very interesting, and we learned a lot about the time machine and about Suzuha and about the world lines, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around, because I know my husband and I have a lot of discussions about world lines and their divergence, and even if one jumped a world line, that doesn't stop the previous world line from ever happening. It's just wherever we're following changes, unless there's a way to destroy a world line. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen this anime, and I'm still not even caught up with the current one. So, but anyways, if you enjoyed this series and you want to see more from me, then please subscribe and do all that YouTube shit. And in the next episode, we will see if we can fix that time machine in order to save Mayuri's life. So I'll see you then.